Hello everyone and welcome to Be on Reddit. Today we visit Best of Redditor updates for a post about a husband who got a paternity test on his daughter and it came back negative, but his wife insists she never cheated. It comes with multiple updates. My husband got a paternity test on our daughter and it came back negative, but I never cheated. Now he thinks our relationship is a lie and wants to divorce. What do I do? I don't know how it happened, and I haven't been able to stop crying all day. I never cheated. I love my husband. We've been together since college, and he's the love of my life. He's handsome and kind, and while I've slept with two other people, both were before we got together. There is no other potential father for our daughter. We were married already and actively trying for a baby. I never cheated. I never would cheat. And I don't know why he took that stupid test because I would never ever cheat. But it came back negative and now he thinks he's not her dad. I don't know how to convince him it was a faulty test and I'm so scared. These past few months, it's like he's become someone completely different from the man I married. He's cold and suspicious. He kept demanding to see my phone and wouldn't tell me why. And I showed him at first, but eventually told him I wouldn't anymore unless he explained why. He's been distant with our daughter too. He stays in his office for hours on end, and I don't know what he's doing. I did not cheat. He accused me this morning, saying he'd done the test after realizing that our daughter's eyes wouldn't naturally come from ours and that he wanted me to get out of the house. My daughter's eyes are brown and both of our eyes are blue. I didn't leave and he locked me out of our bedroom and now I'm in my daughter's room. This is terrifying. What should I do? Edit. The specific advice I want is how I can prove I'm innocent and how to make sure this relationship works. I want to keep my family together at all costs. Also, I just had a conversation with my husband. He's out of his room now and we discussed some things. I told him again that I would never cheat and started talking about a list I made of tests I want done. But he told me that he didn't want to hear it right now. We are going to have a longer conversation tomorrow, and he said that he still loves our daughter and he won't try to keep me out of the house or our room for now. I asked him to hug me, and he did. I'm scared that I won't be able to convince him. I just want our family to go back to normal. How can I be a good wife and support his needs while proving my innocence? TLDR, my husband confronted me this morning saying our daughter isn't biologically his after a failed paternity test, but I never cheated. Update. Hi everyone. First off, I wanted to thank everyone who reached out. My original post got so much attention, it was hard to get to everything. But I ended up making a list of plans and tests I wanted to get done. My husband was understandably distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way he acted, which I didn't need, and said that he wouldn't try to kick me out of our home. He did say, though, that if every test came back and I cheated, he was going to go scorched earth. We did a few tests, blood paternity tests for him and me and our daughter, and we had an appointment with a chimerism specialist coming up. But that got cancelled because, well, some of you guessed it, but my daughter is not biologically mine either. I don't know how this happened, but a police officer came to our house and took our statements. And we're suing the hospital where I gave birth. I don't know what happened to my baby, and that is terrifying. I have my husband back, but my whole world was still upended, and I just wish he'd never taken that stupid test. I've been sleeping in my daughter's room, and I'm so afraid that she's going to be taken away from me, but at the same time, I want to know where my biological daughter is and if she's okay. I pray to God she's okay. My daughter still doesn't know the details, and we've been trying to keep this quiet. The last thing we need is a big scandal. I don't want people who know us to look at her differently. She deserves better than that. She's such a good kid, and she's not some spectacle to be gawked at. If we can find her birth family, I've no idea what we'll do. I guess the best case scenario would be to get a bigger house and all live together, but I don't know if we can afford that, or if they'd go for that, or even if we'll be able to locate them, or if I'm just crazy. This whole situation is crazy. I don't know anyone else who's been in a situation like this. I mean, are there support groups for parents of kids who got mixed up? I googled and nothing came up. Literally, all I'm getting are tabloid articles from trashy magazines that slap the faces of innocent kids on the same pages as celebrity scandals and fiction. How do we tell our daughter? I mean, we can't tell her now. She'll tell the kids at school and then it will be everywhere. But we have to say something. I don't know what I ever did to deserve this. TLDR, my daughter is not biologically mine or my husband's. OP also asks r/legal advice for help. Then there is an update from the husband's perspective because he found the post on a YouTube channel. Then he went to the account page of OP and he wanted to post his side of the story so that people stopped trashing him. OP asks everyone to be nice. So, I don't know how many of you have been down a self doubt rabbit hole before, but it's not the most logical place to be. It's even less logical when you have the whole internet telling you that your wife is cheating and that she's planning to take the house and take you for all your worth and never really loved you. And you always thought she was too good for you anyway, so you end up seeing everything as a sign of infidelity. And then you get not one, but two failed paternity tests on your daughter. When COVID happened, I got fat and depressed. I stopped feeling like a person. My wife stayed beautiful and herself. I was sure she had made a mistake, that she would regret being with me. I started getting into some online groups, especially on Reddit, that were full of guys who had been cheated on, lost custody, lost everything. And when someone said that his tip off was that he and his wife both had blue eyes and their son had brown, I felt very stupid. I did not want to jump to conclusions, but when I made a post about my fears, everyone said that she was cheating. People said not to say anything because she would use it to hide her cheating and get ahead of me on the divorce. I got the test and I didn't really think it would come back negative. Then it did. I didn't want to believe it, but yeah, I pulled back. I felt betrayed. I wanted to be a good husband, but I couldn't shake this. I tried to find evidence of an affair and failed. I got another test. When that one was also negative, I snapped. If you've ever been cheated on, you know what it feels like. When my wife denied it, I got angrier. I just wanted her to leave. I didn't want to go through what everyone seemed to think was going to happen. I didn't want to lose custody of my kid. I didn't want to lose my house. I was scared and angry and I wanted the truth. I felt like if she couldn't even be honest, there was no getting past this. I took a few hours to calm down. When she came back with a list of tests to take, I tried to keep my cool. I tried to keep my cool for so long. I know I was wrong about the affair, but so was everyone else in my ear. My kid is genuinely not biologically mine. I didn't immediately consider that switch at birth was an option. I've been through a messed up time, and I don't think getting angry one time because I thought my wife cheated and was lying about it makes me a monster. OP makes an update again that says, Hi again. I just want to say that 1. I agree that he's not a monster, an abuser, or anything of the sort. 2. I do not agree that he's fat. I love this man very much and have for ages, and we are not going to let the situation break our marriage. Thank you to everyone for help. Final update. Hi everyone, all 3000 people who followed me, all of the YouTubers who made videos, the people on every social media platform from TikTok to Tumblr who have been giving advice. My goodness, there's a lot. Which helps confirm my decision not to go public with any of this. If this is how much attention we get without our names and faces attached, my goodness. I'm very grateful to everyone and hold no ill will towards the people who shared my posts. But I'm very glad that the attention is not directed at my daughters, either of them. I think you all deserve an update, so here goes. We found our biological daughter. She was in foster care. I don't think it's going to surprise a ton of people that the hospital we had her at wasn't in the best area. And she was taken home by a family who ended up under investigation, and apparently, when she was proven not their biological child, she was taken by the state. I feel terrible for that family, but at the same time, so grateful to have found her safe and alive. We've started the adoption process immediately, and well, we have some pretty significant resources now. I wouldn't say the settlement money makes up for what we went through exactly, but it's close to 2 million. Our lawyer said we could have gotten more in court, but honestly, the hospital wanted to end this fast and quietly, and so did we. We explained to our daughter that her sister is going to be coming to stay with us and that we still love her very much. She seems ecstatic at the idea. Here's hoping it works out in actuality. We're planning to move away from our town in a few months. We found a wonderful place in a good school district a few states away, and it has plenty of room for our family to grow. I don't know what we're going to do about the other family. My biological daughter doesn't seem to remember them very much, and I don't really want to involve them if I don't have to. But I know it's probably morally wrong not to let them know what happened. I mean, that poor mother must not have any idea what happened. I can only imagine how horrible that would be. For now, though, I'm focusing on my daughters and hoping to plan a beautiful life. Finally, my husband. I love him more than anything in the world, and he loves me. We've been through hell and come out the other side, and we are not interested in breaking up or ending the relationship or anything like that. He deleted his Reddit account and he promised that he's going to trust me from now on. Because as it happens, our child being switched at birth is more likely than me cheating on him. I love him so much, we are going to be okay. This will hopefully be the last time I use this account. Thank you to everyone who reached out with help and advice. OP explains a little more. I said we started the process. We did. It's going to be a complicated process, but my main purpose with this update was to let people know that things seem like they'll be okay. I got so many people worried, and I felt like going into the nitty-gritty details of what's going on would A. give identifying information, and B. lead to more people worrying. Yes, she is with a foster family right now. We hired a private investigator and asked for the hospital's cooperation litigation. I don't know all the details here. I know very little about the family that raised my baby at this point in time. It has to do with the birth certificate, but legally, our daughter is our daughter. This was a legal settlement, not hush money. This has been a very difficult time in my life, one of the most difficult I've ever been through. If you don't want to believe me, fine, I've gotten used to that. But I would hope that telling my story as it is might help someone else in my situation. If it happened to me, it can happen again, and it was terrifying looking for information and finding next to nothing helpful. And I don't appreciate you assuming things about me. That was the end of the video. Comment down below to share what you thought. Press like and subscribe and click the notification bell for more regular updates. Thank you for watching.